Welcome back to the channel. We are here January 19th, and this is going to be the breakdown of the NBA Draftkings slate for January 20th. Going on, obviously you don't see that in the background right now. I just wanted to show you a quick glimpse. I'm going to do another video for my football picks, but just to let you guys know, all right, a month ago, I gave you a futures bet, all right? Just on experience of what I did last year of going all in on the Packers. I said they was going to win the Super Bowl. They were very, very close. They were very close. They made it to the NFC Championship game. So I was like, you know what? This year, I'm not going to go balls to the wall. I'm going to go, marginally there. I told you, and I gave you a video of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the NFC, okay? Now they're in that position. So the fact that they're in that position, as you can see right here, that gives you the opportunity to hedge your bet, obviously. So now you can you're going to profit either way, all right? You can put money on the Packers and put yourself in a situation where you're going to profit and get some money either way, Just some people might just, all right, I'm going to let it ride. But no, cover yourself just in case. You never know. But I still feel like the Buccaneers are going to win anyway. But cover yourself. And this is what happens, You can put a little bit of money to win a lot, and then hedge yourself so you can still profit. Okay, that's how smart bettors do it. Because it's a very slim chance that your futures bet that you make months in advance that's really going to hit. But it's always good to cover yourself because when you first put that bet down, you only put a little bit of money to win a lot, and now you're in a situation to win a lot still. All right. That's just a little glimpse of what can happen for this weekend. Now we're going to hop into the NBA slate really quick. And then I'll do another video on NFL and give you my Super Bowl prediction, okay? But first, we have a 10-game slate. Nice big slate for NBA basketball. After the Martin Luther King Day, and then after Tuesday, it was only 2 games, so they are coming back strong. And we have a ton of not a ton of news, but definitely spots where we can take advantage of. And you need to pay up because I know people. They want to play Harden. There's a chance Kyrie's playing, KD, Luka, Lillard is in a prime spot where he's like the only scorer on that team. Towns is out. That's good. So there's value in those situations. Indiana's kind of have like a little disbursement of top tier guys where it's just a concentrated amount of dudes that are scoring and putting up points on their team. So the possibilities are endless. You already know the deal. We're going to look for 7K and below so you can pay up for these prime guys. And we're going to start off with the point guard position. We're going to get a star. Okay, we're going to get Kemba Walker at 6,500. Obviously, he's on a minutes limit. He came back the first game against the Knicks. 20 minutes. He left with a little bit of injury. So you can expect that 20 minutes to turn to 25, maybe 30, okay? This is a big game going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Obviously, they didn't care about that New York Knicks game. They did not come out or show up. That's why they lost by 30. But this is a different scenario where they're facing an Eastern Conference top tier team, and they want to make a statement, all right? Especially after an embarrassing loss against the Knicks. Now they're going into Philly. Obviously, they're probably going to be underdogs. Philly is a very strong home team, and you can see a uptick from 20 minutes clearly. And then, even if in those 20 minutes he took 13 shots and got you 22 DK. All right, if he made half of his shots, he'll be over 30 DK. So you're going to see more production from Kemba. They're going to force him the ball so they can get him, acclimated into the office. And another point is there's no Jason Tatum. So no Jason Tatum. They need a score. It's going to be Brown and Kemba Walker. We're going to take a shot at Kemba Walker at 6,500. And then we're going to move on to the shooting guard position. Now, for the shooting guard position and for a lot of these positions, I want to focus in on the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a lot of guys that are out, which is going to be Ricky Rubio, Towns, and Hernan Gomez. Okay, so with those outs, we want to take advantage, and we can fill out most of the lineup right now. First, we want to look at Anthony Edwards, the rookie, at shooting guard. We can put him in there in that spot. And you know this man is instant offense off the bench, getting 30 minutes plus in games. And this is a scenario where they need him. Like I said, Hernan Gomez is out, Towns is out, and Ricky Rubio. So they're going to need this shooting guard and small forward eligible player right here in Anthony Edwards, and he is instant off his 16 shots. He made only 5, but if he's hot, then you can really see a big performance from him. And they even dropped his price to 4,500. This is the cheapest he has ever been, so we're gonna definitely play him because he can. In this shit show of a game between them and Orlando, there's going to be a ton of points. Okay, ton of points available in this game. Another person we're going to look at on this Minnesota Timberwolves team is going to be Vanderbilt. All right, we're going to look at Jay Vanderbilt. What is he? I think he's a rookie, but he's more of a defensive guy. And this is the dude that's been starting at power forward since there's no Hernan Gomez and no Towns. He gets thrusted into the starting lineup. He's more of a peripherals guy, not much of a scorer. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at steals, blocks, assists, rebounds. He provides that to you. And then the icing on the cake is the points. But at 4,900, there's upside to this play because he's going to be very scrappy going up against Aaron Gordon, Vucevic, James Ennis. I think he can clean up those boards down there. Vanderbilt definitely is someone to have at power forward. And then another Minnesota Timberwolves we're going to look at. And this is like Montrezl Harrell light here. Naz Reid. Now you can say because the hair, but no, if you watch him play, he's that type of hybrid big. Very active on the boards. He's more of an offensive type, just like Montrezl Harrell. And at 4,800, he hasn't popped off in a while since, the San Antonio game, but and Washington game, but he has that type of explosiveness on the offensive side, and they might lean on him a little bit more. He can step out and hit a three. He hit 3 threes against San Antonio. He has that ability. So at 4,800, I really filled out my whole lineup with a whole bunch of Minnesota guys, okay? But there's more value on this slate, okay? Next, we're going to look at Houston. Houston has a couple injuries. There's going to be no John Wall. Let's see who we got. Let me click it here. There's no John Wall, no Daniel House, and maybe no Sterling Brown. So the main two guys, Christian Wood, Victor Oladipo, they're going to be, man in the front right there. Oladipo's more of the ball handler. The shooter on this team is going to be Eric Gordon. I put in my last video. We're going to go back to the well. He came through in 34 minutes, took 17 shots, got you over 30 DK. He needs to hit those shots to make his salary. They bumped him up only $300, so that's fine. He's not over 6K. He's below it. He's going to get over 30 minutes. They need him to score. Eric Gordon against the Phoenix Suns is definitely someone to look at. Another person as well is going to be Portland. All right. Looking at Portland, they have a ton of injuries. No McCollum, no Nurkic. So we're going to focus in on some really nice studs here. I'm going to give you my lock of the day. The lock of the day is going to be Rodney Hood. You know how Portland plays that two-man game. They're going to thrust Hood into that starting lineup and use him as the C.J. McCollum. He definitely has the ability to knock down shots. He was 9 for 14 against San Antonio, 2 for 6 from that three-point strike, 21 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. So they're going to use him a lot. So you're going to see a boost in minutes for Rodney Hood. You're going to see a boost in minutes for Carmelo Anthony at 4,700 right here. A veteran, he's going to be that sixth man off the bench, and they're going to need his scoring because they are struggling and they don't play any defense. So don't expect any defensive numbers. This is going to be a high-scoring, up-tempo game between Portland and Memphis. John Morant's probably going to go crazy, and they're going to need to keep pace. Carmelo, Rodney Hood, and there's one more play for Portland. That's going to be Enes Kanter at 6,300, and he's going to be that center guy you're going to look at. He's not as cheap as Naz Reid, but he is a better scorer than Naz Reid, and he's going to definitely get you a double-double, get those rebounds as long as he's getting those minutes, and he will because there's no Nurkic. It's going to go straight to Enes Kanter. The key is not to get into foul trouble, and that is great news that Valanciunas is out. So Enes Kanter could eat up those boards down there. So it's going to be Enes Kanter banging with Gorgie Jang, who's another guy you want to look at in this game, as well as another big, since, like I said, there's no Valanciunas. They're going to be using Gorgie Jang. They're going to be using Brandon Clark as well. And I had some bad experiences with Brandon Clark in the starting lineup. He tends to not show up. I don't know what it is, but he's definitely an explosive big to have in your lineup. He's at 6K. As you can see, the consistency here, 31 DK, 33 DK, and 40 DK in the last 3 games. He's getting the minutes, but I'm telling you, you can look back in last year's logs, and when he's got thrusted into that starting position, he has faltered. So I'm hoping he comes through this time. I'm gonna put him in the little lineup right here that we have, but he's gonna have to show up this time. All right. But there's a ton of juice in that last game between Memphis and Portland because there's so many injuries. You really can, build your lineup with studs at the earliest times, like 8 and 9 o'clock, and then let your cheap guys at the end of the night come through for you and build you all the way up to the top of these tournaments that we have here. This is what I think. This is the strategy for tomorrow. I think I don't know if a lot of people want to copy over it, but there's a lot of value in tomorrow's slate. Let me know in that comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget. Okay, we are at 242, I believe so. Next goal is 250. You want to get to that 300. When we get to 300, I'll be giving away some money so you guys can bet or use it towards, lineups, whatever you want. But I'm giving away money to that 300th subscriber. Okay, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessNetSD. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, and peace out.